Let's get back to the biggest story on planet Earth. U.S. President Donald Trump, 10% tariff hike, firing 300 billion Chinese products, which came overnight. Now, the Chinese have reacted. The Commerce Ministry in Beijing says the authorities in China would reply United States with necessary countermeasures which were not listed, and says that the United States will bear the brunt of all the consequences of the action taken. Let's bring Juliana Olayinka, my colleague at our London studios, into this conversation. Juliana, this is one big upset as we're starting the 1st of August. We thought we had a very nice day until dinner time yesterday. Then President Trump picked up his phone and after got the briefings from his team talking about the trade talk, decided to fire this salvo, and the reactions had been on the front page everywhere as we speak. Way into this conversation, Juliana.
Listen, Bosun, good morning, by the way, and you've been in this business a lot longer than me, but it certainly feels like this is an historic year for the economics of the globe. You know, Washington and Beijing's Trump trade wars have definitely escalated just as the markets were getting over the anxiety of whether or not the US would cut their interest rates. We've now got this escalation, and there are some analysts that think that, you know, the US and China and the global economy may not get over this. Trump and Xi Jinping are due to speak again in September, but as you said, the Chinese are reacting to Trump's saying that he would put a 10% increase on these tariffs. Then they're saying that this is just simply not how you do business. He also said that he may even raise the tariffs to 25%, and this is on $300 billion worth of Chinese goods. And again, we are wondering where we're going. Of course, the Fed earlier this week, they did cut their interest rates by 0.25 basis points. And we did think that that would stimulate the economy, but it's clear that it hasn't. So we're just wondering at the moment where exactly we are going. And it's very worrying, I must say, indeed.
Yes, I just was going to bed last night, Juliana, and suddenly it all started flashing across all the international news channels, from Bloomberg to CNBC, then I tuned into CNN, and I went back from forth, and I said, hold on a second. I thought we had a nice day with Jerome Powell on Wednesday. Here is Thursday, and so, well, welcome to August, everyone. Have a nice time, go to bed. Then suddenly, then I started tweeting, then the whole thing's happening very fast. So this is just dislocating what everybody was thinking. Then, of course, early yesterday was the Bank of England, Carney, talking about the state of the UK economy and what a disorderly no-deal Brexit could bring to key sectors of the UK's economy. And I said, am I going to have a very nice night? I'm not too sure how I woke up this morning, but my heart was just in my mouth. Juliana.
Bosun, I must say that Brexit is really beginning to hit home. We've been speaking about it, the media, business, analysts, but it is really starting to feel the weight on the UK public. Yes, Carney was speaking yesterday, and he said, you know, trying to deny that no-deal Brexit won't have any effect on the UK economy is completely dangerous, that there will be an instant shock to the economy that would send the sterling to a 33-year low. He said businesses, prosperous businesses, the kind of businesses that even trade on the FTSE, would basically be uneconomic. He also said that fuel prices will be increasingly higher. We know that going into the holidays, August, a really popular time for everybody around the world, especially Brits, to go and enjoy their pound sterling. They won't be doing that this summer. But of course, if we do crash out, then it's an increased likely that there will just be no pounds in the pot. Yesterday, we spoke about the fact that the UK government will be putting £400 million into trying to get expensive medicine that's life-saving from Europe into the UK. But the Bank of England governor has said this just may not be the case. So there are lots of issues and lots of worries. I must say that the Conservative government is saying that, you know, Carney is just trying to increase fear. This is what he did in 2016. As soon as we pulled out, as soon as the referendum result was in, he gave a really stark warning saying that the economy would suffer. It didn't. So there are fears that Carney is trying to incite fears, and it may not be as bad as you think. But look, things are starting to get a little bit more expensive once the British public starts seeing that their salami, their ham, their cheese is more expensive in the supermarkets. I think Brexit fears will really hit home.
Yeah, Juliana, you are in the same news business as I am, but let me just warn you, and I'm sure perhaps you know already, that President Trump will today, 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, make an announcement on European Union trade. This according to the White House Daily Guardian. So the war is not over. The president, Mr. President, will make an announcement 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time today. So you better get ready for our afternoon chat on this. Donald Trump is threatening European Union cars as well as food and alcohol and plane makers like Airbus. That announcement, 1:45 p.m. Eastern, we need to be on standby. It doesn't look like a TGIF yet for every one of us, Juliana.
Thank you, Bosun.
Okay, thank you so much, Juliana. We'll get together for our lunchtime show at 1:30. You don't want to miss that here on Channels Television. Let's take a break. We'll be right back, everyone.